Well, today we are going back to Key Biscayne to see what's been going on down there and what I've been trying to accomplish. So stick around. Well, hello again, Internet. Welcome back to the channel. Yep, like I say, we are going back to the Key Biscayne situation down there and their emergency ordinance. It's almost been time for that to wrap up. Let me give a quick explanation of what's going on here for anybody that does not know about it. There was an accident down there several months ago where a woman on a regular bicycle and an e-bike collided. And it was, I believe, after dark. Sadly, the woman passed away. I will add in here, she was not wearing a helmet. They come out with an emergency ordinance that banned all e-bikes from, and I quote, all streets and sidewalks under the village's jurisdiction. That's what I really have a problem with. Now, according to state statute in Florida, an electric bicycle is a low-speed vehicle that has the same rights, hear me again, rights and obligations as a human-powered bicycle. Now, I will also say in that same statute, they do give a local ordinance or a local municipality the authority to restrict the usage of electric bikes on sidewalks and bike paths, not on public roads of the state of Florida. And yet they're doing it. Now, I started making phone calls, and let me say first, if anybody from the city council down there, mayor's office, the attorney's office, the police department, if you guys want to contact me back, give me an email. I'll be happy to give you my phone number, and I'll call you or you can call me, because I would like to be educated on this. I'd like to see a resolution to this come about without it being overreach of power, an overreach of power. And I did talk to the police department. I contacted the clerk's office. They was not able to help me a whole lot. They sent me to the Department of Transportation, Florida Department of Transportation. I actually spoke to one gentleman there that said, "No, I don't believe they can stop you from being on the streets down there," but he didn't really know. He didn't know a lot about it. I don't know if he did or he didn't, but he was not, that was not his district. And so he put me in with a person that was in that district, and he never contacted me back. I called the Village of Key Biscayne attorney twice, left 2 messages for them, never contacted me back. Contacted the mayor's office, never contacted me back. So we're going to be giving you some phone numbers here, at least in the description, possibly in the video here, of the different phone numbers you can call. And I would like for you to call and tell them your opinions of this in a very respectful way. We do have the right to address our government and regress our government. And be respectful when you're doing this, because I'm not looking to push this off and say this should be the wild, wild west, but I'm looking to do this in a responsible way that does not infringe on rights. Now, nobody contacted me back from any of these offices, and so the only conclusion I can come from, the only conclusion I can come from at this point is it's a huge overreach of power, and you know it, and you're relying on the fact that you're figuring nobody's going to fight this. And so you're just trying to put this off until you can get an ordinance into place. Then you're going to be worried much more about the language of that. Yeah, that's kind of the definition of tyranny, I'm afraid. And so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that you did not get my messages, but I'm hashtagging you in there, or I'm sending this straight to you. So I hope you do get my message on this and contact me and educate me, because I would like to see us come up with a reasonable solution. But what I'm seeing here is nowhere even close to reasonable. Now, Florida state law states that bicycle or electric bicycles, class 1, class 2, and I believe class 3, but we'll say for sake of this argument, we'll just speak about class 1 e-bikes, are considered the same as human-powered bicycles with the same rights, read that, rights and obligations as regular bicycles. Now, that same statute does say in Florida state law that local municipalities can restrict the use of these on their sidewalks and bike paths. It says nothing in there about public streets. And that's the part that I'm having a problem with. And I called the police department and they said it's $250 fine, first offense, and it's a $500 fine. Oh, I wish I lived closer. I really wish I lived closer, because you're setting yourselves up for a lawsuit on that, guys. I'll tell you flat out on that. I listened to all their town meetings concerning this, and I was hit with, we cannot enforce this. There was one gentleman there, an older gentleman, that said, we're not talking about the class 1, and no, we're talking about everything. He was the only reasonable one that I've seen, and I've stated that before in a video. But I guess their reason for banning all of them is they just can't enforce it. That sounds familiar. That really sounds familiar. Yeah, it was back in, well, that's right, Japanese internment camps, because we didn't know who was against us and who was with us on that, did we? So we just rounded them all up. Was that the right thing to do? What a mystery. What a mystery. Let's look at another scenario here, Key Biscayne. This was an accident. How about if there was actual crime in your town down there? Maybe a man killed a woman, or a woman killed a man. You don't know who it was yet. Can you ban all men from public? Because after all, we don't know which one is going to be good and which one is not going to be good. Yeah, the law doesn't work that way. I'm afraid you don't have that power to do things like that, but that is exactly what you are doing right here. That is exactly what is going on in this case right here. And like I say, I think you're just having a huge overreach of power, and I tried my best to contact you and educate myself and see if there was anything that could be done on this, and y'all just ignored me. Way to go, public servants. That's the way to serve the public, isn't it? Because I am a member of the public. And I know what you're saying. Oh, you're not a member of Florida, so we don't care about you. I'm a member of the public, and I believe you guys all had an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States, not just Florida. Now, that's neither here nor there. But I'd like for everybody to contact this village and give them your respectful thoughts on the process of what they're doing. And I'd like for this village, the attorney, to contact me and tell me what state law you're looking at that says you have the authority to ban one type of bicycle from public roads that everybody down there pays for, versus another type you're not. Interesting questions, huh? Are you up for the challenge? Send me an email and I'll send you my phone number, or I'll call you if you send your, because I would really like to educate myself on this. So I think that's going to wrap it up. I'm going to read their ordinance when they finally get it written. They're looking at the second reading coming up pretty soon. Oh no, let me mention one other thing. I did get a hold of the police department, and I was told when I asked a question based on Florida law, how are you citing anybody against this? This goes in direct opposition to Florida state law. You know what I was told? Google it. Way to go, PD. You guys wonder why there's such a gap building and getting further and further and further across between the citizens and the government. That's part of the reason right there. Please contact me back. Give me the authority you're using to do this. All right, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. We'll get back with you when they get that ordinance passed, because they're going to. I have no question about that. Maybe you guys can make that change. So till then, Southern E-Biking telling you, stay safe, God bless, and keep the wheels rolling. Once again, we're out.